Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the pre-snap at Game On Wisconsin, sponsored by Artech Ventures. And thank you for joining me on this wonderful Sunday afternoon when we are about to have one of the most chaotic Sundays that I can remember as a Packers fan. So with that, what we're going to do today, cover the offensive keys and the defensive keys to the game, go over some of the things that have happened in the last week because it has been a very chaotic last week. And just kind of try and figure out what kind of game we are in for as Packers fans. So as always, comment to be featured, comment to say hello. Let me know what you're worried about, your offensive and defensive keys to the game. We'll get deep into that later. But first and foremost, Nate, what's up, my guy? How you doing? It's been a very chaotic week as Packers fans. So let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how you're doing. Because first and foremost, that's important. It's been a long week, and we are going to do our best to enjoy some Green Bay Packers football. But first and foremost, our mental health is important. And after this week, it's a little hard to be mentally sound. So let me know how you're doing, how you're feeling going into week 9. But the thing that everybody probably wants to talk about is our boy Aaron Rodgers decided to test positive for COVID. And I know that wasn't his decision, but, it did happen. And because of some of the choices he's made, that is what has occurred. And that is what we're looking at right now. So, my favorite quote this week, how can you not be romantic about football? That's always my favorite quote. Aaron Rodgers gets to be romantic about football from his hotel room today. He will not be able to watch. He'll not be able to be on the sideline, be really involved with anything going on for Packers versus Chiefs week 9. So we are going into a game against who's the guy who's supposed to be Aaron Rodgers' predecessor in the greatest quarterback in the NFL, Patrick Mahomes. And Mahomes has not done well. And once again, we are robbed of Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes in any type of meaningful game. Still have not seen that. 2019, Mahomes was out. We've been unable to see that in the Super Bowl so far. So unfortunately, what we're just going to have to deal with is no Patrick Mahomes versus Aaron Rodgers, and that's just what is going to have to happen. So Aaron Rodgers tested positive for COVID after not being vaccinated for COVID-19. Seemingly every Packers beat writer, everyone who's a fan of the Green Bay Packers, did not know that Aaron Rodgers was not vaccinated. So when he tested positive for COVID, it was a surprise to everyone. Thankfully, Jordan Love is vaccinated and does not have COVID-19, so he will be our starting quarterback today. The backup will be good old friend of the family, Blake Bortles, because Kurt Benkert also has COVID after being around Aaron Rodgers. I believe Benkert is vaccinated. I'm not positive on that one, but we now have a quarterback room of Jordan Love and Blake Bortles going into what at the beginning of the season we thought would be one of the best matchups of the NFL in 2021. Now we have Jordan Love versus a struggling Patrick Mahomes. So that kind of sets the scene for what is going on. I'm not really going to comment on Aaron Rodgers not being vaccinated. All I will say is, as a Packers fan, it frustrates me from a football perspective. He should have been vaccinated. Not getting into politics, not getting into health or anything like that, because I'm a communication major, not a health science major, not a nurse, not a doctor. But from a football perspective, if you want to help your team the best as possible, the way the NFL and the NFL Players Association set forward the rules, being vaccinated is the best way to help out your team. Again, not talking about politics or science, talking about pure football. Being vaccinated was the best way for Aaron Rodgers to help the Green Bay Packers. And from a leadership and a football perspective, he has somewhat failed the team in that sense. So that's the only comment I'm going to make, because right now we're looking at a football game where Jordan Love is our quarterback, and we have to play the Kansas City Chiefs with or without Aaron Rodgers. So that's the way the team looked at it. That's the way I'm going to look at it this week, when we're going to break everything down without Aaron Rodgers. And from this point forth, 25 minutes left of the show, unless one of you brings it up, I'm not going to talk about Aaron Rodgers. So with that, we have just a lot of chaos that's going to be going on in this game. According to ESPN's Football Power Index, the Chiefs have a 58% chance of winning this football game. And before I get down to breaking down positions, breaking down offense, defense, I just want to say this is a very similar game to last week, in the sense that the Green Bay Packers seemingly have absolutely no chance to win the football game, and everybody is counting them out. National media, local media, beat writers, all of that good stuff. It seems that the Green Bay Packers have just been left out to dry, and nobody believes they have any chance whatsoever to win this football game. Quick update for you, Nate. What I'm seeing is the Packers' 4 inactives are Vernon Scott, Ladarius Hamilton, Isaac McDuffie, and Kingsley Keke. What that means on the health of some other people, I'm not sure exactly what that's. David Bakhtiari is out. That is the update there. I believe Josh Myers will be active as far as everything I am seeing right now. So David Bakhtiari out, but then we have Hamilton, Keke, McDuffie, and Scott. Those are the other inactives. David Bakhtiari has not been activated yet from the physically unable to perform list. That is what I'm seeing right now. So that would lead me to believe that Josh Myers will be playing today, which is good for Green Bay and is very good for Jordan Love. However, if Josh Myers cannot go, Lucas Patrick has been practicing with Jordan Love all year. So either way, we're going to be okay on that front. So the spread Green Bay has right now is +7, -7 for Kansas City. Money line of -340 for Kansas City, and an over-under of 48. Just to kind of set the tone for what Vegas thinks this game is going to look like. I actually do like the over-under because my initial prediction a couple days ago had the total points at 48, which is very interesting. But just looking at both of these teams, anywhere the Chiefs have a strength, I think the Packers also have a strength. You look at wide receiver, they have Tyreek Hill, we have Devontae Adams. The only place where now with Robert Tonyan out, I see the Packers not having a strength is at tight end with Travis Kelce, obviously one of the top 2 tight ends in the NFL. So even with Robert Tonyan, that's at best a scratch if Tonyan is healthy and at his best. So I see Travis Kelce as an advantage there. And then obviously, technically Patrick Mahomes is an advantage over Jordan Love, but the way Mahomes has been playing, 10 interceptions so far in the year, he is making at least one major mistake every single game. That doesn't even take into account fumbles or other turnover-worthy plays. So with a Packers defense that has improved drastically in the last few weeks and is now, in terms of rankings, one of the best defenses in the NFL, especially when you take out that week 1 matchup against the Saints that was absolutely atrocious. You throw that defense with a lot of playmaking guys on every level against a Patrick Mahomes that has been very vulnerable so far. That's a matchup I like. Is it a matchup that I'm extremely comfortable about? No. And let me preface all of this by saying, hello, Dylan. It's not what I was going to say, but hi, Dylan. How you doing? How you doing, sir? Let me preface all of this by saying I still realistically will not be surprised, nor will I be upset if the Green Bay Packers lose this football game. However, looking at it from a very realistic and a very analytical perspective, the Packers have a lot of advantages in this football game. And again, we'll go over that with offensive, defensive keys of the game, all that good stuff. But just from a holistic perspective, the Green Bay Packers still have a better roster than the Kansas City Chiefs. They are still an overall better football team. There's a reason they have a better record. The thing that makes me the most calm, the thing that makes me relax the most, is that the Green Bay Packers have not required Aaron Rodgers to play hero ball so far in the 2021 season. When the Green Bay Packers have won football games, it really hasn't been because of Aaron Rodgers solely. The Green Bay Packers have won football games where Aaron Rodgers was a huge part of that. Absolutely. No doubt about that. But he has not been the sole reason. This is not 2014 where Aaron Rodgers is absolutely carrying the Green Bay Packers, really 2014 to 2018. If they won, it was because of Rodgers. If they lost, it was because of Rodgers. That's not the type of football team that the Packers are right now. They have one of the most dynamic running back duos in the NFL. We have all of our receivers back and healthy now. Adams, Lazard, MVS, the whole trio, and everybody below that. We now have a lot of guys on the offensive front and on the defensive front who are beginning to come back. Zadarius Smith was back in the locker room today and this week. So we have, we didn't get anybody technically at the trade deadline. But the Packers got Whitney Merciless a couple weeks ago. We got Rasul Douglas, and then we also have, coming back from injury and COVID, Alan Lazard, Devontae Adams, and a bunch of other guys coming back. So if you're going to be upset about the Packers not doing anything at the trade deadline, or you're going to tell me that the Chiefs are a better team sitting at 4-4 and the Packers sitting at 7-1, I really don't know what to tell you at that point. So, we'll get into the offensive keys to the game in a few minutes, but everybody watching, first of all, thank you for watching. Game on Wisconsin pre-snap show sponsored by Artec Ventures. Let me know what you guys are worried about going into this game, how you're feeling after a very chaotic week. A lot of things going on, so let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how you're doing. Very confident in this game still, despite all the adversity. That is also how I feel, Nate. I think this is going to be a good football game for the Green Bay Packers, fans, and everyone alike. I think this will still live up, in my opinion, to the Fox game of the week. So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're going to be going forth moving forward. Real quick before we get into some more specifics, I just want to do a little around the NFL right now. Full disclosure, I woke up from a nap about 30 minutes ago. My girlfriend woke me up. She came in. She said, everything around the NFL is just screwed right now. And she is not wrong. Bengals losing 41-16 to the Browns right now late in the fourth quarter. Broncos are absolutely curb stomping the Dallas Cowboys, who are sitting at 6-1. Dak Prescott back today. Just absolutely terrible. Ezekiel Elliott got hurt. Report from our sideline reporter page. So Broncos up 30-8. Texans putting up a fight against the Dolphins, only losing 17-9 late in the fourth quarter. Falcons now losing only by 1 to the Saints, with Jameis Winston out, Trevor Siemian starting today. Patriots putting a beat down today on the Panthers, 24-6. And then we have the most confusing and the nicest score of the day. Bills losing to the Jaguars 6-9 with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And then the Vikings barely losing, it appears, to the Ravens 24-31, but they have first and goal at the Baltimore 4 with a minute left. So that game is not over as well. And then the Raiders, after a rough week, lost to the Giants 16-23. So every upset you could potentially imagine today around the NFL seems to be occurring, or at least a possibility of occurring. No game was the way we thought it was going to be this week. So plenty of chaos around the NFL, which means plenty of opportunity for Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers to go into Kansas City, go into Arrowhead, one of the loudest stadiums in NFL history, and say, against all odds, our first-round quarterback is a first-round quarterback for good reason, and we can win this football game. So, as always, how can you not be romantic about football? We have the offensive keys to the game. So, honestly, my offensive keys to the game, his name is Aaron Jones, and he is one of the best running backs in the NFL. Last time the Green Bay Packers played at the Kansas City Chiefs, Aaron Jones had over 200 scrimmage yards, multiple touchdowns, and he made their defense look silly. That is something I need, again, from our star running back. There is a reason that we paid Aaron Jones and that we let Corey Linsley walk, and that was because Aaron Jones is somebody who can put a game on his back and win the football game all by himself. I've said we don't need Aaron Rodgers to play hero ball. I need the other dude named Aaron on offense to play some hero ball today. I know Aaron Jones and the running back room are often one of my keys to the game. The reason for that is because Matt LaFleur's offense, I've been saying this all year, it's focused around motion, it's focused around the running game. If you have those two things going well, the Green Bay Packers are a football team that will win, and their offense will be very elite, and they'll be rolling on all cylinders. I posted on Twitter this week a throw Aaron Rodgers made to Aaron Jones. Very quick screen that he took for about 60 yards against the Kansas City Chiefs in 2019. My caption on that tweet was, I think this is a throw that Jordan Love can make. I don't need Jordan Love to go out there and play hero ball today. Realistically, if the Packers win, I think he has fewer passing yards than if the Packers lose. That's one of my bold takes of the day. We'll throw that in bold predictions too. But if Jordan Love is throwing, and I mean for a lot of total yards, a lot of cumulative yards, I don't think the Green Bay Packers are doing well. I think the Packers do well if the running game takes a lot of the weight off of Love's shoulders today, and if some of those passing yards come from just pure creation from Aaron Jones and from guys like Devontae Adams and A.J. Dillon, even in the running, in the passing and the screening game too. So if we want to win this football game, Aaron Jones is going to have to do a lot Illuminati is taking over the NFL this week. You are not wrong about that, Dylan. And honestly, I think there's a chance that Jordan Love, the first-round quarterback, takes down Mr. State Farm himself, Patrick Mahomes, in his home stadium. The Chiefs are only 2-2 at home. It is not out of the realm of possibility whatsoever that the Packers can win this football game. I'm going to keep pounding that into your heads in the next 15 minutes. But again, offensively, I think Aaron Jones is going to be very important. And then Jordan Love needs to not make it too complicated, and that goes for Matt LaFleur too. Davante Adams is the best receiver in the NFL for a reason. He's the highest graded receiver in the NFL. He has the most yards in the NFL per air route, per target. I mean, the man is the top of almost every statistical category. And the reason he's not top in yards, touchdowns, or anything like that is because the Packers also run the football. Aaron Rodgers hasn't been playing hero ball, so he isn't throwing the football as much. And Davante Adams was out for a little while. So other than that, by every advanced statistic, Davante Adams is the best receiver in the NFL, as he was last year. So if you're sitting there, Jordan Love, your first career NFL start, mama watching in the stands, will you get absolutely screamed at by 80,000 plus people in Kansas City in Arrowhead Stadium, one of the stadiums that is known for being the loudest in the NFL. It is literally broke sound records that humanity had never seen before. If you're walking into a place like that, I'm going to rely on my stars, the guys where I can just get them the football and I know what they're going to do. Jordan Love knows how to throw a slant. So he can throw a slant to Davante Adams and let Davante do the rest. He knows how to toss a screen to the left or the right, toss a screen to Aaron Jones, and make sure that you let your playmakers make plays. So from a Jordan Love perspective, don't get overwhelmed. Don't try to do too much, because this is an offense that has taken Jimmy Garoppolo and Jared Goff to the Super Bowl. So if you're going to sit here and tell me that Jordan Love cannot win a regular season football game against the 31st ranked defense in the NFL in a system that took Jimmy Garoppolo and Jared Goff to the Super Bowl, then I statistically and emotionally and logically don't know what to tell you, because that is just false. So from a Jordan Love perspective, keep the game simple, let the game come to you, and make sure that you're making the plays that are out there, making the plays that are obvious, because those are the plays that are going to win you the football game. For Matt LaFleur, I want to make sure that, honestly, he doesn't try to deviate too much from what he's done this season with Aaron Rodgers. He and Nathaniel Hackett talked to the media this week, said, they have a different game plan than they did with Aaron Rodgers. And that's obvious. I understand that. It's going to be slightly different with Jordan Love, who's never started an NFL game, compared to Aaron Rodgers, reigning MVP, greatest quarterback to ever walk the earth. I understand that. But most importantly, I need to make sure that we still have the Green Bay Packers offense. The only piece that has changed is Jordan Love, and he's still incredibly talented. The only piece I would like to change is what Nate actually brought up here. Maybe some RPOs, some run-pass option, mix that in a little bit. I don't think that's the worst idea, because Jordan Love can run. He is quick. So the thing that I would like to see is, if we're going to deviate from the normal offensive plan at all, please let it deviate to Jordan Love's strengths, his speed, his mobility. Let him do the things that Aaron Rodgers could do when he was at the beginning of his career, and Rodgers can't exactly do anymore, not being as fleet of foot. Quick update on the NFC North. Vikings are now tied with the Ravens 31-31. 30 seconds left in the game. Ravens have the ball on their own 44. So Vikings keeping it chaotic once again, but I have no doubt that they will lose that football game and move to 3-5. So yeah, before I move on, any other thoughts, comments, concerns on the offense today? Obviously, it's going to be a bit of an unknown. We don't know what Jordan Love is going to look like. Just realistically, he looked good in the preseason, but as my co-host on Third Down Thursdays like to say, Mitchell Trubisky also looked good in the preseason. So the preseason is really no indicator, hypothetically, of what regular season performance will look like. Aaron Rodgers always looked terrible in the preseason before he became a starter, and now he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. So who knows, based off the preseason. But yeah, my offensive keys to the game: Jordan Love, don't play hero ball. I need Aaron Jones to do a lot. Ideally, A.J. Dillon, give me those 50 rushing yards that you've been giving us every single week. And I think that's something that we can realistically take care of. So, as always, pre-snap a game on Wisconsin, presented by Artec Ventures. We are going to be moving on to the defensive keys to the game in a moment. But real quick, I need a drink, which means we are going to play the MVS Promo every Tuesday. Game on Wisconsin has MVS, Marquez, Valdez, Scantling on our show at 7 p.m. Central Time. So make sure you tune in every Tuesday. If you don't know what you're missing, here's what you're missing. All right, we are back for the defensive keys to the game for the Green Bay Packers today. Honestly, this is going to be, and I want to say this is going to be the biggest test the Packers have had defensively, but I really don't think it will be. Here's some of my reasoning for that. The Green Bay Packers have seen some very good offenses already. They've already seen a mobile quarterback in Kyler Murray. They've already seen a great passer and a dynamic quarterback wide receiver duo in Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. The Packers have seen everything there is to be seen really this year, other than their greatest test in a few weeks against Lamar Jackson. But other than that, there's nothing the Packers haven't seen that I'm really worried about a certain area of our defense moving into this game. Tyreek Hill is going to score points. Tyreek Hill is going to get his. I'm not worried about that. Travis Kelce is going to get his. But we have Eric Stokes, who's the fastest corner the Packers have ever had in my mind, and he's going to match up against Tyreek Hill today, would be my guess. Devondre Campbell is just named NFC Defensive Player of the Month for October. He's going to be matching up against Travis Kelce a lot of the time today. So, if you're worried about matchups, any piece the Chiefs have, the Packers have pieces to match up to them as well. So I'm not inherently worried across the board about what the Chiefs have to offer offensively. Their offensive line is not what it used to be. Patrick Mahomes is running around. He's under pressure a lot. Green Bay has the pass rushers and Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith, Whitney Merciless. They have guys who can get after the passer. Kenny Clark is going to be able to stop the running game, make sure Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Derek Gore, and Williams don't go crazy. So you have people at all levels of the defense. Adrian Amos and Darnell Savage have been playing much better football than they were in the first few weeks of the NFL season. So if you're worried about the Green Bay Packers today, honestly, I'm going to look at you and say, any matchup that the Chiefs have, I'm comfortable at least with the Green Bay Packers being able to win that. Now, I will say, Green Bay is still rolling out a rookie quarterback. They're still sending somebody out there who we have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. Jordan Love could very well crash and burn today. But the Green Bay Packers defense needs to be the rock here. They've been a top 10 defense in the NFL, top 5 in a lot of metrics so far. I need them to be that top 5 defense today if we want to win. We need to be positive in the turnover battle, something that the Packers have been very good at since week 1 against the Saints. And honestly, when I talk, I just don't even think about that game. It was terrible. It was awful. It made us all saddened, made us all want to cry. But that football game is over, and the Green Bay Packers are a completely different team than we were before that. So I'm really not even worried, to be perfectly honest. So with that, other defensive keys to the game. So first and foremost, I need us to win the turnover battle. That is going to be the most important thing in my mind. If the Packers want to win this football game, they really need to win the turnover battle. And that lands more on the defense, honestly, than the offense. I don't think Jordan Love is going to be crazy. I don't think he's going to make a bunch of really bad decisions today. However, I do think that the defense is going to have to step up. I'm just looking at Twitter to make sure there's nothing I'm missing right now. It's funny, Packers DB Josh Jackson, somebody who had great promise in Green Bay, second round pick in 2018. He's on the Chiefs practice squad. And he's going to be on the field, not playing today, but getting a lot of love, according to Matt Schneidman, in practice and in warmups before the game from his Packers teammates. Also, sad, but very heartwarming, Robert Tonyan is out there in full warm-up gear, according to Matt Schneidman, catching passes while standing on a torn ACL So he's just standing out there catching balls while he's hanging out. Loving that. But yeah, so just as a general defensive statement, keys to the game for the Green Bay Packers. Defensively, I need y'all to win the turnover battle. I need some of that action for you. So whether it's Stokes, whether it's Darnell Savage, whether it's Adrian Amos, I need a turnover. I need an interception. Patrick Mahomes has been loose with the football too, so I could use a fumble, strip sack, something like that. Defensive keys to the game. I need you to win the turnover battle. The other thing is I need Devondre Campbell to fly all over the field because you have one of the most dynamic running backs to come out of college in the last few years in Clyde Edwards-Helaire. You also have Travis Kelce. So those are two assignments for Devondre Campbell that he's going to have to honestly simultaneously cover because there's nobody else that I really trust to cover Travis Kelce. You can put Stokes or Chandon Sullivan or Rasul Douglas on there, but it's not going to go well. It's just not going to go well. So I need Devondre Campbell to simultaneously cover Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Travis Kelce, and that's going to be hard to do. We're asking a lot from our – I don't know what that is. Thank you, ESPN, for throwing ads at me during my show. Love that for me. But I need a guy who's been playing at an all-pro level to continue to play at an all-pro level, and that's just no questions asked. I need you to get it done, Devondre Campbell. So those are my defensive keys to the game. Real quick, comments on the defense, comments on anything. Wow. Falcons won. That's huge, honestly, just for the NFC landscape, because the Saints were sitting pretty. They were doing very well. Ooh, and the Falcons won, which drops the Saints down to 5-3, and Falcons at 4-4. That is quite the NFC development. Thank you for the update, Paige, our resident sideline reporter here today. So yeah, defensively, I need turnover battle. I need Devondre Campbell to do a lot, and then reel back quick to our offensive keys to the game. In case you forgot, I have Aaron Jones. I need you to do a lot. Jordan Love, I need you to not do too much. And Matt LaFleur, I need you to open up the offense almost as much as you would for Aaron Rodgers for my good friend Jordan Love. So those are our keys to the game today for the pre-snap at Game On Wisconsin, sponsored by Artec Ventures. I have, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for my bold predictions. Jordan Love is going to have a better passer rating than Patrick Mahomes today. And I will repeat that. Look straight into the camera. Jordan Love will have a better passer rating than Patrick Mahomes will today. Not talking QBR, talking base passer rating. I think Jordan Love will make fewer mistakes than Patrick Mahomes will make today. That is something I'm very comfortable predicting, if I'm being perfectly honest. Jordan Love, he's somebody who knows how to fling the football. He's somebody who knows how to get it done on the offensive side. So I'm not inherently scared about what we're going to see today. So that's my offensive bold prediction. Defensively, Kenny Clark going to have a big game. Not afraid of the Kansas City interior. I don't think they're anything special. We also have the Vikings in overtime. And bold prediction from Paige, Jordan Love rushes for a touchdown, not a quarterback sneak. I like that. My defensive bold prediction, Kenny Clark is going to have a big game. I think he's going to get a sack. He's going to get a turnover, going to do something against a not very good Kansas City offensive line. So it's a bold prediction on the offense and the defense. And with that, my overall NFL Week 9 prediction for the Green Bay Packers versus Kansas City Chiefs, I have Green Bay 27, Kansas City 21. Jordan Love, Kurt Benkert, Blake Bortles, I don't care. The Green Bay Packers are the better football team. For those of you who are betting, the over-under is at 48, and without even looking at it, I predicted 48 points. So Vegas knows what they're talking about. I know what I'm talking about, which means the Green Bay Packers are going to win this football game. I don't care. The Packers have the better roster. Even with a rookie quarterback, Jordan, he's not a rookie anymore. He's a rookie in playing, but he's not a rookie. Mans has been around. He's learned from Aaron Rodgers, learned from Matt LaFleur. This is a football team that has won games they were not supposed to win all year, and they are going to do that once again today. So, with that, that is the pre-snap at Game On Wisconsin, sponsored by Artec Ventures. My name is MJ Hurley. Thank you for watching, as always. Go grab some pizza, crack open a beer, go sit down watch the game at 3:25 Central Time on Fox. I've taken you all the way up to kickoff, as close as I can get you with all the information that you need to know. Once again, thank you to Artech Ventures for taking care of us. Make sure you guys watch the MVS show every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. My name is MJ Hurley. You can follow me at Twitter, on Twitter at MJ Hurley Sports. Thank you again for watching. I'll be live 30 minutes or so after the game to break down everything that happened against Kansas City today, feel all of the feels with you, and all of that good stuff. So once again, thank you for watching. Pre-snap at Game On Wisconsin. My name is MJ Hurley, and I will see you guys later.